I have grown weary of the endless wait. The fate of this land is of no interest to me anymore.
However, you humans managed to meet the expectations of the heavenly principles. For that result, you deserve praise. Moika, as the price for using my power, I shall now bear witness to your death. And with you, the war that your nation has waged for more than 1,000 years shall meet its end.
Mawika!
You got here sooner than I expected.
What are you doing?
Closing the final chapter on the plan that has consumed Natlan for 500... No. For the entirety of our history. We've eradicated the Abyss from Natlan, but its power remains in worlds beyond Teyvat. Tremendous and unyielding. Only by completely restoring the Night Kingdom can we defend against its corrosion in the long run. But the architect of the Night Kingdom is near her end. She lacks the power for such a task. And worse still, if her life force is depleted, the rules of Natlan disappear along with her. We have no need for the Ode of Resurrection right now, but it remains Natlan's strongest defense should the Abyss return one day.
So, you're planning to...
Yes. My plan is to once again place my life within the sacred flame. 500 years ago, I gave my life for the chance to be reborn in this era. A chance to see all my plans to completion. And now, to sustain the Lord of the Night, I will give my life once more.
I respect your decision, Mawika. But this method requires an immense sacrifice. The flames of your life force are exceedingly strong. But a life sustained by fire is one destined to die out one day. What will you do then?
I've thought about that. With the Abyss out of the picture for now, the Sacred Flame's power will be consumed at a much slower rate. My life force should be able to sustain it for another 200 or 300 years. Future Pyro-Archons will continue to seek new sources of fire. As long as Natlan's legacy endures, the Night Kingdom will survive, impervious to the Abyss.
Once again, you place hope in the hands of the future.
But the pilgrimage can replenish the power of the sacred flame. We can give it that meaning. Why shoulder this burden by yourself?
Because I want the pilgrimage to change. The pilgrimage was an essential part of our struggle against the Abyss, a grand competition full of promise and glory. But it also chained our people to an inescapable destiny. Fear and anxiety have been our constant companions. We knew what the consequences would be if we laid down our arms. Morality left us with no other choice. And so, Natlan became the nation of war. This is where Xbalanque defeated the dragons and granted our people the liberation of their flesh. And now, in the same place, I have the chance to grant them the liberation of their spirit. There will be no war, only competition. One fueled by our dreams for the future, rather than a desperate struggle for survival. A new future deserves a new meaning. A chance to take a definitive step forward.
Very noble indeed. But what does any of this have to do with you? You speak of duty, but not yourself. In my eyes, Mawika, you are not inherently special. A child of Natlan among countless others. Yes, the situation is urgent, and the ley lines must be restored right away. But it is too heavy a burden for you to shoulder alone.
That is where we differ, Lord of the Night. You see all humans as the same, but I understand what it means to be a leader. A leader is swift and decisive in the face of reality. Someone capable of making the right choice even when there are no good options on the table. Sacrificing the remainder of my life to help Natlan overcome this crisis. That is the right choice. After all, leadership is built on the trust of ordinary people. Without them, there is no Archon. The people look to their leader to make the world a better place and stand up for them when it counts. For that reason, I must see my duty through to the very end.
But what about you, Malika? You still haven't talked about what you want. Is it that unimportant to you?
It's not important, Citlali. There is nothing more important than protecting the future we built together.
I shall accept Malika's sacrifice for the Lord of the Night as her death, and I will bear witness to the very end. Thus concludes the deal I made with Xbalanque several thousand years ago. Lord of the Night, you may now begin. What are you waiting for?
There is another who wishes to take part in the ceremony. And I cannot disregard their intentions. I must wait for them to arrive.
Another?
I was to bear witness to a death, and now the situation is increasingly tenuous.
If the life of this second individual fails to meet my requirements, I fear I may lose my patience.
Rest assured, his life will hold equal value. I am the helper of humanity, and I must always place their demands first, no matter who the human may be.
Cumbersome. But there is nothing to be done. Such is the duty of an angel.
Wait, this feeling.
We made it.
Thank you for showing me the way.
The captain?
The other individual you mentioned. It was him?
Indeed. Like you, he carries many lofty ideals.
Malika, I understand how you feel. And if I were an ordinary mortal, I would have no reason to stop you. But like you, I've been waiting for this day for too long, and I can offer a better solution. You created this new future, and you deserve to guide its direction. Your life should not end here. But death is the end I have been trying to reach all along. I have come this far to use my death to open the gates of the ley lines to my people.
Your people?
That's right. They have been with me for the past 500 years.
But how? Carrying that many souls within you? There's no way you could keep your consciousness intact. Besides, you weren't affected by the source mechanism like I was.
Do you still remember the voice that you heard? It came from my heart. With the help of technology from Conria, my heart was modified to convert memories and souls from the ley lines into knowledge. As a result, I became extremely sensitive to souls, and developed the ability to sense their presence, much like yourself. After encountering countless lost souls during the disaster 500 years ago, I forsook the capacity for knowledge granted by the modification, and used my heart as a vessel instead. The lives of my comrades as well as many Natlanese, have been stored here ever since.
And you want to send them home?
Yes. The ley lines will not accept them. But by merging my existence with the Lord of the Night, I can become master of the ley lines and change the rules entirely.
He expressed this to me, and I agreed. The Captain envisions a kinder and fairer set of rules for humanity. In addition, he aims to challenge the authority of the Ruler of Death. In a word, his goal is revenge.
Revenge?
After all, it's because of her that I bear the curse of immortality, the curse of absolute life.
I now understand that which you seek.
Then, bear witness to my resolve and hatred. The people of Conria committed grave sins. And for that, we were cursed to suffer endless physical torment. Cursed to witness the demise of everything we held dear. But most of us were innocent. Most of us knew nothing of the Five Sinners' exploitation of abyssal power. Myself included. If I sacrifice my life for the Lord of the Night, you get the death you desire. But at the same time, the curse of immortality would negate the very death you seek. Left unresolved, that paradox could uproot the natural order of this world. Even you, great ruler of death, lack the capacity to bear the consequences of that outcome. Your curse is now the tool with which I will overturn the oppression of the gods. This is my challenge to you. Forsake one of your rules. The choice is yours.
Your new heart has limitless potential, and you have wielded it with bravery and honor. I grant you the title of Sentinel Knight. Like the four pillars of strength, you will continue to safeguard the glory of Conria.
The glory of Conria.
Our land, our dignity, and every comrade who fights alongside us.
The Night Kingdom is almost destroyed. Our fallen soldiers, your comrades, they have nowhere to go. Huh? What are you doing? Are you taking all their souls with you? You're just an ordinary person. You can't bear that kind of burden.
No hero should have to wander alone.
The curse of immortality. Using immortality to fight death. Using my rules against me.
Make your choice. Reject your rules. Or allow me to trigger the paradox.
The curse of immortality must stand. Use it to fulfill your final wish.
Well fought, my lord. Thank you for everything.
This time, let's go together.
Yes. Let's go together.